All right, guys. So, on a little different note today. So, I've gone to a gym, and you know, I'm an older dude. I'm not bench pressing or lifting 6,000 pounds. I'm not squatting 550 pounds. I'm not doing any of that. But there's a couple of things, after working out for 30 years of my life, right? Um, I see these changes, and they scared the hell out of me. Besides, they have these young kids, these babies, 14, 15, 16 years old, walk around at the gym and possibly injuring themselves. um, Also walk around the gym half naked with the pajamas underwear, and I see the boys walk around in pajamas and flip-flops. Like, I've never seen people wear flip flops and pajamas to a gym in my years in 70s, or 80s or 90s. Everybody was hardcore. Everybody did the thing and went home. Okay. So one thing I can't get used to it is half naked girls, women, kids, and boys walking around and flexing. Now you're flexing your muscles, and I give you that. You look good. Your upper body looks awesome, but your legs are gone. So yeah, don't skip the leg day. You know what I'm saying? And when people say that on TikTok, I'm like, what? What do you mean? What are you talking about? Who skips leg day? Hello, I don't. And now I see what they're talking about. You have all these guys with these bicep, triceps, shoulders and chest and everything, but there is no legs. So it's like, hello, and you don't even have a six pack. So it's like, hello, and it just irritates me. It was more bothering and my fucking and just awkward and stupid and backwards and unpleasant is when these kids are lifting weights and they're dropping these weights. You're lifting 100 pounds and you drop it like it's 600 pounds. It sounds like you're lifting the entire rock machine, but you're not. You're lifting 100, 200 pounds. That's if you're lucky. And you drop it like you don't care. And the whole thing is, it irritates everybody's ears. Everybody's staring at you. Why the hell are you dropping? I mean, obviously, you want attention because you don't get attention at home, I guess. And then you think it's okay. It makes you look tough, but then you don't think about other people. When you break the machine, when you break the weights, you can. Nobody else can work after that. You broke the machine. That's it. The machine is out of commission for probably 2, 3, or 4 or 5 days, sometimes 2 weeks. At the gym because there's nobody to fix it. And by the time contractor comes in to the gym, people wasted their time of substituting to for a different machine. So it's not fair. And then you have all these kids. They gather together and they working, but they working with the fingers. They texting. God knows who. Um, they spend their entire day on a phone. Then you have people that will do one set on a machine and then they'll sit down and text or talk on their phone. And I'm like, but I got to jump in and I got to do a set, and I can't do a set because you on your phone sitting. And I know there's a bathroom. If you want to sit in the bathroom at the gym because you have that much time in your life, go right ahead. Go to the bathroom, sit on the toilet. Don't sit at the machine and waste my time. I have 40 minutes to work out. In 40 minutes, I want to get things done and want to move on. I accomplished what I wanted, which is 40 minutes a day, and now I can move on. Yet you tell everybody else you at the gym for 2 hours, your Instagram, your TikTok, everything else says you've been there for 2 hours, but you don't mention that you've talked shit for 2 hours on the phone. And then you got the love couples, hugging, kissing, touching, shoving, pushing, playing stupid jokes, wasting other people's time. So and then you have those guys that are just big with extra additional fat and they go get a shake. Hello, if you get 2 scoops of shake, you might maximum get 30, maybe 60 if it's good protein of protein grams in it, which is completely nothing because if you take the minimum requirement, which is a gram per pound of your body fat, So if I'm, let's say, 200 pounds, I literally have to take 400 grams of protein, which I can combine it with great meal source of protein, whether it's eggs, whether it's pancakes, steak, homemade burgers and things like that. That red meat and white meat will give me my protein intake for the entire day. Now, reaching the 400 grams, it's very, very hard even for me, and I love to eat. Um, so it's really irritating when you go to the gym and you see all these things, and then I give everybody a credit going to the gym, but you have to get things done, right? And then you have these guys that just are extremely obese, and they think they're strong, right? And I guess they are. I mean, I don't know. How do you determine if somebody's strong? Like, I consider myself strong, but I don't bench press 400, 600 pounds because I don't need to prove that to anybody but myself. And I know I feel strong, therefore I am strong. But you have these big guys. They think they're strong. They got a belly, 6 feet, wide, and they walk in and they'll bench press 300 pounds once every 10 minutes. Where's the workout? I literally want to go over to these people. I want to say, dude, why don't you take off the 500 pounds that you're trying to push once an hour? Okay, put 100 pounds and push it 50 times. Okay, for 15 minutes. Okay, so bench press it once for 1 minute for 15 minutes. I guarantee you're going to be exhausted, you're going to get pumped, and you're going to burn more calories than ever before. But I don't know. People just don't have common sense when it comes to gym, working out, losing weight, having self discipline, of course. And all these diets, all these magical pills and SARMs and steroids and hormones and testosterone replacement therapy, all that garbage, all that, crazy things. Listen, it comes down to one thing, right? Which is stop fucking eating every day, all day. You don't need to eat every day, all day. Deplete your body from calorie intake. Why are you shoving 20,000 calories in one day when you know you're not going to burn that off? That's when the discipline come in, because I don't have to eat for 20 hours and only eat one meal a day. And it's totally fine. Why? Because I train my body to be there. Um, I guess I'm lucky. I have self control because my cutoff is at 255 pounds. Once I become 255, I want to bring my weight back, right? And how I do it by fasting, right? It's like people ask me, like, how do you make your bike go faster? Or how do I make my bike go fast? I'm like, dude, stop eating so you're not 400 pounds. If you're 200 pounds, your bike is going to take you anywhere you want. And same thing with me. I want my bike to go faster. Well, hold on a second. I can get a stronger battery, a bigger motor, or I can do the easiest and cheapest way to save money. Stop eating like a pig. You know, I enjoy eating. I go to gym so I can eat, right? I don't I don't eat because I want to go to the gym. I eat, or I work out, or I go to the gym so I can eat. Pretty much that. But anyway, so these are the peak packs that bother me all the time. And I love when people that come over to you and they never work in their entire lives and they say, I can bench press this, and that. I'm like, dude, you never worked on your life. So how are you going to bench press what? So, I always had a discipline from my father. My father was a Navy guy, 25 years in Europe, and he came to this country, worked his ass off every single day, 6 times a week, made bullshit money. And even with that bullshit money, he invested all his money and he built one house. He bought two houses here, and he always had business. He always worked, and it worked for him. He didn't depend on public assistance. He did not even want to go for unemployment because he says it defeats the point of being in this country. Because I came to this country, I immigrated to this country to succeed, not to sit and collect unemployment or so-called back in the days welfare. Not sure why you can't say welfare no more. You gotta say public assistance. Welfare is a fucking welfare. Simple as that. Okay, and our taxes pay for it. So anyway, I was forbidden from collecting welfare, or I was discouraged to collect unemployment. And my father always says, like, before you lose the job, before you pour the water out, make sure you have fresh water to come in. And I would always have to have a gig and to stay afloat. But that's the way I was brought up. So, when I was younger, when I was in junior high, high school, my father would come to my room. He would check my room if it's clean or not. And I'm not saying he would use white glove, but he would use his hand to see if I have dust. He would literally bounce off a quarter of my bed, see if it bounces off, just like in military. And not everybody should be treated like they're in the military, but I enjoyed it. I thank my father every single day and my parents today that they have given me self-discipline and pretty much self-respect. That when I go to work, my locker room area is extremely clean. My lunch table is always wiped off with wipes and always clean, never sticky. And then yet I come in and I see garbage, food stain, freaking oil stains, and other people don't care. They don't care. They come in, they put the work uniform on a table, greasy, nasty table, and then you look at them, you look like a pig in uniform, you know? So, if you wear, maintenance uniform, nurse uniform, it should be clean. It's self respect. I always have been treated very professionally at work because I treat myself with full professionalism and respect. And if you respect yourself, other people will respect you. And if you want them to do something, they respect you, so they'll do it. You know. Um. So yeah, it's something that's been sitting on my mind, and I figure I put a video about it, even though it's completely off the shot subject of electric bikes, but it irritates the shit out of me. Don't walk up to me. Don't say it's like, how do I make my bike faster? And I'm looking at you, 400 pounds. And it's funny because this country is so sensitive. You say fat, you can't say that you're racist. You say obese, you can't say that you're racist. You say overweight, oh, that's good. Listen, you're a fucking fat pig. What do you want me to say? That's the American way of thinking. Like, like, how are you? Oh, I'm doing great. No, you're not, because tomorrow you're going to commit suicide. So, how are you doing great? Stop bullshitting yourself. Open your mind and live the way you're supposed to live. Okay? Pull out your freaking cards on the table, see where you at. Just like with the bullshit COVID, get vaccinated, get boosted, get this. Like, please, I'm not even going about it, but it's bullshit. Anyway, I gotta go. Guys, I hope you enjoy your weekend and you enjoy this video. Stay tuned for another episode, another crust the fuck that I call, and see what's gonna come up. Thank you. Bye.